morning, I'm joined by Bianca Cosmo, Mrs. South Africa semi-finalist. So, I've introduced you as a Mrs. South Africa semi-finalist, but who is Bianca Cosmo really? When you remove the sash, who's the person I'm looking at now?
So, as Rian mentioned, I'm not just a semi-finalist, but I'm first and foremost a wife to my gorgeous husband and a mom to my beautiful baby girl. Although she's not a baby girl anymore, she's turning 13 this year. As a daytime career, I am a key program administrator at an engineering firm for almost 17 years now.
Okay.
Most recently, I have been assigned to do all our quality assurance documentation in our offices. So I am also a quality assurance officer, and I love my job. I think I am a workaholic, if I can say that. So I put in about 10 to 11 hours a day of work. That's me. And then I'm a mom and a wife.
Oh, that's perfect. So right away you started with bringing up your role as a mother and as a wife. So you clearly have family values. So what led you to entering Mrs. South Africa? Was it your family? Was it a friend? Who encouraged you to start this new journey in your life?
It was most definitely a friend that encouraged me, but I think for a long time now, I felt the need to be more than just a wife, more than just a mom, and more than just an employee. I look in the mirror and I see an empty shell, and I know there's so much more in me because I have this overflowing heart. I love too hard, I get in too deep, too emotionally, and I know my passion is people. I need to be around people and just be around them, just fires my soul. So that became my passion, and once a friend then brought the idea up that I should enter, I thought, ooh, me, no, not at all. And I think that definitely put some fire in my soul, and we spoke about it with my husband, and he said, why didn't you enter sooner? So I immediately got that reassurance from my husband, and I doubted myself for quite some time. So I entered in the very last week, just before the entries closed. I was the last minute entry, never thought that I would go through. And we did a very last photo shoot, and I submitted my entry 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, 2 days before the entry closed.
Oh, that's phenomenal. So it was a very, you've been thinking about and considering entering, but it was a very impulsive decision to quickly enter. It happened on the spot right away.
Yes, definitely. So my friend actually contacted me in December, and I've been sitting with the thought for quite some time, and the entries closed end of January. So I have been sitting with the thought for quite some time, and really just observing each and every aspect of how it's going to impact my everyday life. I'm family orientated, and my daytime job is my priority as well. So with whatever I consider or take on needs to align with the balance of my family life and my work. So that was the things I definitely considered, and the financial aspect of it. So I did my homework, I did a lot of research, I read up on previous semi-finalists, finalists, I read up regarding the requirements, what is expected of me, and it just fell in place. It aligned with everything and my balance, and within my capabilities also.
But currently we're talking about your journey, and I had the opportunity to meet you before your journey. And personally, I've seen you grow as a person. I've seen you blossom into this new person. We didn't really get to know each other before you entered.
No.
But what I could see and how I was introduced to you and everything, it seems that you have grown tremendously as a person, as Bianca. You are a completely new version of who you were. How has your journey been? The highest points and the lowest points. What's your just be honest with your journey.
Okay, so I don't consider myself as being a plain Jane, but now looking back at my old photos, I think I was a plain Jane. I think I've always stepped back so that my daughter, my husband can evolve in their lives. I always step back in my workspace so that everyone else gets recognition in my friend circle, in the family circle.
Yes.
And I think for the first time, going into a shop and seeing a nice pair of shoes, and I thought about me. I thought that this would look good on me. So just a short story that myself and my husband entered a Survivor Challenge, weight loss challenge.
Okay.
And I think that sparked a lot of evolving within our household. And I lost about 11 kilograms in 4 months. And I felt good about myself. And so yes, that is why I evolved so much, because I started looking in the mirror and I thought, I can do this, I can look good. I can also now spend more time on me. There's always, my cup needs to be filled before I can pour. And whether it be reading a book in the bath for an hour or just spending time with my family, I can only pour from a full cup. And this is filling my cup.
but did you, in the beginning with the journey, did you start to feel a bit guilty? Because, okay, now we're doing something for me. Now I'm spending time on myself. Because I know personally, I'm also one of those people, I like to see people happy. I like to help people succeed. So when I have to do something for myself, I tend to feel guilty that, okay, am I selfish now? Have you ever felt that way, that because this is your journey, so everyone is supporting you, this is about you, so have you ever felt guilty that, okay, maybe I'm a bit selfish now because everything's about me right now?
Definitely. I felt selfish for quite some time. I sometimes do. I never took even a selfie of myself. I had to go and search for a photo of myself, but over time, I know when to speak about what, so I don't get into a conversation and speak about me. It just evolves and everyone will ask about my journey. So thinking of doing stuff for myself, once again it goes back to my family where they also then provide the platform for me to also grow as an individual.
Yes.
And my husband always says that we have our seasons. We had our seasons with my daughter, and whatever she's going through, we support her. Whatever my husband is going through, and this is now my time. So I think that made me feel a little less guilty. And yes, I kind of like it, spending time and just learning me and learning about myself.
Learning to get to know who you really are. Because we tend to forget who we are as a person as well. And one day you look at yourself in the mirror and you realize, I forgot who I was.
Yeah.
I need to actually catch up with myself. What I say to a lot of people, it's important to sometimes catch up with you. Like we catch up with friends, we have to catch up with ourselves. See, okay, I'm Rian. This is what I'm currently doing in life. This is what I want out of life. We have to keep on track with what you want in life. Your ambitions, your goals, your dreams, everything. You have to be on track with what's currently going on in your life. But I love how you say seasons. This is your season.
Yes.
Your daughter has a season. Your husband will have a season. Everyone has a season.
Yes.
And you each support each other during that season.
Definitely.
So you definitely have one of the biggest things when it comes to a journey like this is a support system.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
So how people tend to overlook the importance of a support system, because this is time consuming. This gets difficult. This is emotional. This is not just an average day, a small runway pageant. This is a life.
This is your life.
This is a life-changing journey. Exactly. This is a completely new chapter on its own. So how important has your support system been for you?
I think the most important is that we made this decision together to enter. So it's our household's journey. It's not mine. It's not just mine. It's a household journey. The same way that we grew in all, my husband's and my daughter's seasons is they growing with me. So the support has been tremendously from the casting and the first workshops that we had. I got home and I sat with my husband and my daughter and I said, this is the requirements. Within the first day, I summarized the whole requirement set and the list of what's expected of me throughout my whole journey.
Yes.
In the first day, and I said to him, dates, events, financials, everything that needs to be done. And we made a decision as a family. And from the word get-go, my husband got on the phone. He made calls for me. He answers some of the 700 messages I get a day from my daughter, fixing my sash when it's skew or fixing my hair. There has just always been support. Each and every event that I go to, my husband and my daughter is by my side. I never go alone. And that just tells me a story about we are growing as a family. I cannot do this without my family at all. They have been my backbone, and I think they are my reason. I want to be the role model, but I think they are also mine, definitely.
Well, that's heartwarming. No, that's heartwarming. Coming from a small family, we learn to appreciate each other more in a way, because we know there's only, perhaps currently it's just me and my son and my mom, so we are a very close, tight family. So I know how important it is to be there for the people in your life, actually.
Yes.
But you have a deeper story. There is more to Bianca than what we have currently talked about. Am I correct?
Yes. I'm not just a wife and a mom and a co-worker. I also have a family, a mom and a dad and a brother. Yes.
Okay.
So I grew up in Witbertjie, Gauteng area, and yes, my parents divorced when I was about 8 years old.
Yeah.
So life was tough. Coming from a household where you have two incomes now, splitting it, and you still have the same expenses, I think my mom and dad had it quite bad. So, everyone had to pitch in and just learn this new change going on. And so we lived with my mom. And so due to the financial constraints, she always had to work late and longer hours. So I became my mom's mini-me at the age of 8, helping in the house, washing dishes, cooking food, cleaning, and sometimes, or always irritated my brother, that little sister.
Yeah.
And yes, so life wasn't easy. I went to an average school, which I loved at the time, really I loved it. And we had a support system at school where they supported us also with some food parcels. It assisted my mom really, it did. I visited my dad quite often, every second weekend as per the arrangements. And each and every visit with my dad and staying at my mom, it was really special. I don't consider myself as being one of those that didn't get what they deserved, because in those times I grew extremely. Me and my brother, we are close and we don't see each other a lot.
Yes.
But he's there and I love him with all my heart, and when we speak it's about an hour or two that we're on the phone. But then growing up, I met my husband at the age of 14 years old, and things just started changing from there. It didn't stop me from still being a daughter for both my parents.
Yes.
But there was a lot of support from the community where they assisted us with food and the household items. It was tough, but I think everyone has a story of financial constraints in a household, so it doesn't make me that special, and I always took that as my driving force. This is circumstances, it's temporary, we can get out of that. And that thought took me into my adult life, where I can make a difference in a young girl's life, where someone helped me. So me, my husband also, and my daughter also then went to our local community, where we also assisted in handing out food parcels.
Okay.
And I told them, I came from circumstances like this, and there is a way out. You just have to make the choice. Life is about choices. So life wasn't easy, but it made me who I am.
Yeah, you are
today. Yes.
Yeah, you are today.
Yes. So it gave me a positive mindset, and I think our household mentality comes from, and I think I sometimes bully them because it would be 5 o'clock in the morning and then you have to go and do something. But our household strives on helping people. It's not always those that you would boast about. It's not always that you want to speak about it and brag about it. But there's a lot of families that we help, and everything doesn't need to be financially. I believe in that you have to equip people so that they can help themselves. And even those assistance towards so many families and communities.
It comes down to teach a man, give a man a fish, you'll eat for a day, but teach a man to fish and how to catch fish and he will eat.
He will eat for a lifetime. Yes,
okay.
Yes. So,
But since I met you and your husband, and I have received nothing but kindness from you guys. You, no, you are truly great, good people. And I'm not just saying that. I've literally, I've met her husband.
I didn't bribe him.
No, I've met her husband. They are genuinely great people, and I'm really, I don't know. I believe you meet people in the right time of your life. You don't ask questions. It just happens because it comes from a higher power, and I think that's what happens because I've connected with you guys. We don't talk much, and we're only starting to get to know each other. Me, you, husband.
Recently.
Yeah, we've only become friends recently, but just the way the people you are has taught me a lot. How you treat others, how you communicate, how you see life, how you think. It inspires me. It inspires me to also want to be a good person because you meet people that are truly good people, and it forces you to also want to be a better person.
Yes.
How you guys treat other people inspires me to also treat people better than I'm already currently trying to do.
Definitely. I think that one of the most important things I taught myself is don't compare yourself to anyone else. It doesn't matter what they achieved in life, in what situations you are. You have to grow within your limit, in your reach. You cannot move into someone else's success because you don't know the hard work that went into it. You have no idea. And the same way, you know, people tend to say, but oh, it was so good to be in your shoes. But you know what? No one is willing to walk that mile. So our motto in life is stay in your lane and focus on being the best version of yourself. When you see another woman's beautiful hairstyle, don't try and be like that. It's just a simple concept.
Yes.
But what can I take from that and incorporate into who I am? Just be authentic. That's the most important thing that I've learned. Don't be someone else. Be inspired by so many people, but take it and turn it around into something that you are.
Oh, that's again inspirational. So I really believe every person should do a life-changing journey. It doesn't just have to be Mrs. South Africa. But let's talk about Mrs. South Africa. How important do you think a journey like this would be for someone, for anyone?
Oh, I think this will benefit each and every woman out there. Mrs. South Africa is definitely for women empowerment, platform, networking, community work. It's their brand pillars. And I never really went into the politics of Mrs. South Africa. I don't think there is any, however, but I have been accepted with so much love, and these are women that I look up to so much, and I want to be that for someone else. My biggest inspiration or my biggest goal was just to inspire my little girl. And so many women have now come up to me and saying they're entering pageants. What, when, how? And I said, well, why didn't you start earlier? So this Mrs. South Africa, the platform, has been created to find the real you, to discover the why and evolving that why, because your why started off with something small and you end up with something so much bigger. You are circled or surrounded by so many women, and you just want to be more. You just want to be more and give more, and then you can see. You thought your limits was this big, and now you can see. But I can, and I have to do with this because God has given you this little seed in your heart, and He's planting that seed, and you need to grow. And you're limiting yourself. So it's not a beauty pageant. It's an evolving empowerment pageant where you as a woman can always just evolve in yourself. This is what Mrs. South Africa is definitely about.
I now understand why it is so important and recommended that any girl or woman decides to do something like this, because you discover a new part of yourself. You discover your true potential.
Yes.
You grow. This is how you water that seed that God planted in you. But so before I leave you, let's quickly break your train of thought. Let's do a pop quiz. I'm going to ask you 3 quick questions.
Okay.
1 word answers. Nothing hectic. Just
Not
3
7 words.
No, just 1 word. Right? So we just get to know a different side of you. Okay.
Okay.
So as soon as I answer the question, you give me your answer.
Okay.
It's gonna be fast. Favorite food?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Okay. Favorite food is ice cream. Favorite song?
Bulletproof.
Bulletproof. From
Jamie Fine.
Okay. She was in South Africa. Did you catch a show?
No, I don't really want to catch her show. I really want to go to her lives.
Okay. And biggest fear. What's your biggest fear?
Disappointing the people that's looking up to me. That's not one word.
No. But that's interesting. Disappointing the people that looks up to you.
Yeah.
So you're placing a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's one of it's not a strong point that I have. So I always feel the need to be strong for everyone. So I will never, and I'm really learning now how to just break down in front of the most vulnerable people in my life, is to just show that I also have the soft side of me.
So you're learning that it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
And the people who love and care about you, they'll accept your vulnerability.
They will definitely. I think it also just shows to the people that look up to you that when they break down, it's also okay.
It's okay to not be okay.
It's okay not to be okay. It's a day problem, not a life problem.
Yeah, a bad day, not a bad life.
Yes.
But so, coming to the end, how can everyone watching this support you? Can they vote for you? Can they like your pages? Go. The
Okay.
spotlight is yours. How can people support your journey?
So please go and follow my Instagram page, my Facebook page, and I also have TikTok. My daughter showed me TikTok, and so you can go and like all my posts, like my pages, just follow my journey, and then you can vote for me to be one of the influencers in the top 30 finalists that's being selected in July by SMSing my name, Bianca Cosmo, to 47587.
To this number right here.
The more you vote, the better. So I would really appreciate that. It costs R3 per SMS. It's not much. And I have a giveaway that I'm running now. So there's so much businesses that we are connecting with, and I want to share some of those products. And it's in no particular order that I've selected these. It's just some of the products that I want to give away. So the competition runs that you can vote for me on Facebook and on Instagram on my voting card. You have to like the Mrs. South Africa official pages, Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
And you can just post a picture where you have SMS my name in my post. And a week after the semi-final casting, I would then give a giveaway basket to the value of R1,000 with all the nice products.
Oh, that's nice. That's lekker. That's lekker. Oh, that's awesome. So, until next time, this has been a pleasure, Bianca, to get to know the lady behind the sash.
Thank you, Rian. I really appreciate it.
Until next time, guys and girls, keep well. Have a blessed day. Enjoy.
Bye.